Hey, welcome back. This is gonna be one of my let's adjust that. Um, this is gonna be my first YouTube only video. So welcome to the Tactical Nomad. I'm Matt, and I figured I'd start this channel a few years ago, honestly, and I put it off and put it off and put it off, so on and so forth, until it was too late to actually do much with it until recently. And the real reason I'm making this is I started this whole adventure on TikTok of all fucking places. Um, I've gotten a little bit of backlash within the TikTok community because of the things I keep behind me, and you can't really even tell most of it because it's just background noise as far as my videos go usually. But TikTok doesn't like the fact that there are firearms visible um, throughout my videos, and they just seem to at times just fall off, disappear. It's fine. That's their guidelines and their rules, and I respect that. Now, a lot of times I will consider that it's kind of censorship because there are so many videos out there where young kids are playing with guns. But I know they're trying to crack down on that, so I'll give them props on trying to keep their site within their view lines and what their guidelines are. And well, um, with that being said, I mean, fuck it. Again, it's beautiful Monday. I'm wearing another freaking Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, you're gonna catch that as kind of a normal thing for me, as within the last, say, 5 years, I've switched over more or less to wearing more colorful, more wonderful shirts. These are things that are just comfortable, is what it really boils down to. It is a comfort level thing. Um, Now, I did start doing. Ooh, I started doing these videos just to start kind of building my confidence level back within the realm of public speaking. It hasn't worked, but regardless, we're going to keep moving forward and keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That's the road to insanity. Um, I I wanted to get into some more content as far as like what I do. So I do a lot of National Guard stuff at this point in my life, which I take it as more time to actually prepare things and get things done. Like recently, I gave a class to all my soldiers. There we go. That's a good word for it. Yeah, a lot of NCOs will call them Joes or whatever, but I'm going to call them soldiers because that's what they are. They are soldiers. And it was a class on an acronym called FAST. It wasn't too big a deal. I will be posting my own like educational videos on firearms, but I mean, there's more than enough firearm safety and tactics and stuff like that out there on the internet. I really don't want to give away too much, just for security reasons, and heaven help us if we ever get bamboozled back into another like war zone. I don't think that's really a big thing right now. Uh, we're Americans. We've been fighting our whole thing. We're more like 50 freaking unhinged freaking war tribes than 50 freaking United States. Um, as you can tell, I'm in a camper, home away from home, which is actually just home for me, which is why I call myself the Tactical Nomad. I will go into that a lot more as we go through. But it's part of my little journey in life. I, about 5-10 years ago, um, moved out of a house and moved into a camper, and there's so many things I wanted to explore, but the complication comes when you are a licensed firearm owner and you live abroad, like just moving from place to place willy-nilly, you have to know your rights. You have to know the local laws. You have to know all the things, just to keep yourself basically out of trouble along the route that you take. Um, but I do plan to post out more videos, especially like when I do a range day with the M1, the 1911, the model 1907, model 7 or model 70 1907 pump action rifle, or even the 590 shotgun. I want to do more and more and more. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content that I'm going to be providing, and follow me, or that's not the right words for this. Subscribe and like all the videos that I put out, because that helps a lot. I am trying to grow from zero, and I don't ever plan to be monetized. None of this has anything to do with money at all. Like, I started this journey to be someone who is free of a lot of worries in life, and money creates worries in my idea. But as I say this, I realize that money is the necessary evil that we all must abide by. But thank you for following me. I do really want to get to the point where I'm doing range days and having friends come on, and hell, make new friends along the way. I've a little background. I'm a veteran of the GWAT era Army. That being said, I joined in 2002 and am currently serving in the National Guard, but I joined as active duty in 2002 and got out in 2016, then came back in 2020, and here we are. And I'm really loving what I do. I came back into it because I missed the camaraderie. I missed teaching all the things that I know. I missed range days, even though the Army makes those the most miserable fucking experience of a human's life. I missed going out into the woods and training with the soldiers. But I also realized there was that significant gap in my life. And hey, Parkinson's. But there was that little significant gap where I didn't know who I was or what I was or how I was going about things. I had to figure things out from day zero. Coming out of the Army, there's this big gap. Like, while you're in, you know who you are, you know what you do. Your days are so planned out, it's impressive. Like, I knew Monday to Friday, and sometimes Saturday, Sunday, where I was going to be, what I was going to be wearing, what I was eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner. I knew down to a timeline of what my life consisted of and who I was within that organization. Unfortunately, when you're active duty, that who you are within the organization becomes who you actually are, and it shouldn't be that way necessarily. I think I didn't take the right steps many a times. I didn't go out and find a new hobby. Like, a lot of guys get into their cars and they get into trouble. They get into their music. I've seen dudes with a full DJ setup within their barracks room. I'm not sure if that was legal by Army standard, but it doesn't matter. They had a hobby. They had something when they came home. They slipped out of that soldier role and into who they were. And, you know, kudos to them. That's fantastic. And anyone who's going in, I do appreciate all of you for everything you've done as well, or are going to do, but if you do go in, get a hobby, get something that defines you, take advantage of all the school options, because that's super important. That being said, this is also my first video, and I really didn't have anything laid out. as you can see on my thing, it's not actually my first video. I posted a few before that I ripped from my TikTok and put onto here, just to kind of see how it went, and it didn't go well. The very first video got instant hate, and I don't think a lot of people understand the tism that is the tactical community. Honestly, we do things down to an autistic level, and it's fine. It's who we are. But thank you for watching, and I'm going to be making a whole hell of a lot more of these, especially since I've got all the gear I want to go through with you guys. For the backgrounding on the gear, a lot of it is lessons learned. A lot of things I've been straight from researching, like MACV-SOG's equipment. Like, I've taken their ideas and utilized them in certain ways for my own equipment, and it's all basically seeing what works and what doesn't, and following and disproving SOPs that the Army goes, hey, this is our SOP regulation, you must follow this design for what you wear within this role. And honestly, most of the time that shit doesn't work. I've never seen anybody where everybody has their grenade pouch in one spot and all their ammo pouches in the exact same spots and their canteens in the same spots. I've never seen that work for anybody. It looks pretty in a parade. It doesn't work for people who are fighting for whatever it is we're fighting for. You can say freedom, you can say for the president. We follow our oath of enlistment. We fight to protect the people of this country. We fight for the Constitution, and we obey the orders of the President of the United States and those appointed over us. It's pretty fucking simple when you break it all the way down, and I don't want to break any of the UCMJ rules by making these videos, so some of it will get left in the dust. That's intentional. Also, I do a story time on TikTok. I may bring that over to YouTube just to keep content flowing. But thank you for joining me on this epic journey that I plan to be making, and I will talk to you guys soon.